Well, that was short and sweet. A Zen 3 reveal with a release date for November 5th worldwide. Promising improvements aimed specifically at gamers and claims of 28% faster performance at 1080p for the 5900X over the 3900X. And also we got a little sneak peek at the Radeon 6000 series or Big Navi. So let's talk about Zen 3 first. So 4 processors were announced. From the bottom to the top, there's the 5600X. That's a 6-core 12-thread processor coming in at 3.7 GHz and 4.6 GHz boost with a total cache of 35 MB coming in at $299 US. Then there's the 5800X, 8 cores, 16 threads coming in at 3.8 GHz, 4.7 GHz boost, total cache of 36 for $449 US. Then the 5900X, 12 cores, 24 threads at 3.7 GHz, 4.8 GHz boost, total cache of 70 MB for $549. And finally, the beast that is the 5950X with 16 cores, 32 threads, 3.4 GHz with a 4.9 GHz boost, total cache 72 MB coming in at $799 US. But let's talk about specifications. The 5600X remains a 65 watt power draw, and impressively the other 3 still sit at 105 watts. There's been a change in how the core complexes work, and there's now a unified 8 core complex with direct access to 32 MB of L2 cache, offering a 19% increase in instructions per cycle, the largest since the first Zen processor. This power draw and performance allow AMD to claim a 2.8% more performance per watt versus the competition being Intel. They also boasted single core performance of 631 in Cinebench on a 1T run and claimed to be the first desktop processor to breach 600 in the world. The 10900K, for comparison, scores 544 in their tests, and in other testing puts it at around 550. So this is indeed a significant increase. They also claim a few percent, around 5 on average, performance lead in many games at 1080p, though they admit they don't expect to win in every game, where some they'll also see a bigger boost, for example League of Legends, which they seem to do quite well in. All of this looks very impressive on paper, and any improvements in single core performance is very welcome for gamers. What remains to be seen is how well these perform in real world reviews, and we'll get to see that in the coming months. However, what we are seeing here is a rise in prices from the previous generation to them now catching up and in some cases taking over the current Intel processors. They're pushing the 5000 series as a best in class, not just the best they're producing. So that's not something AMD have done in a long time, so a price increase was bound to come along with that. Finally, the big tease today, which I suspected was coming, and I think many other people did, was a look, albeit a very brief look, at the Big Navi or the Radeon 6000 series card. Not specifically noted here to be the 6900 XT, but we can assume it probably is. We didn't get much, but we got a few seconds of Borderlands 3 running at 4K, and 3 benchmark results, which were apparently the 6000 series card running alongside a 5900X. So Borderlands 3, a badass quality with 61 FPS, compared to a couple of reviews I've looked at for the 3080, that comes in at 65 FPS on average, so pretty close. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, they scored 88. Now I've had a look, and it's difficult to find reliable sources for a Modern Warfare Ultra 4K for a 3080, but what I'm seeing is around 100 frames a second or more, so not quite catching up to the 3080 there. And then in Gears 5 4K Ultra they were getting 73, and that compares to around 80 to 81 average FPS on the 3080. So as I and others previously predicted, this is close to the 3080 but not quite pushing it. and this should mean a lower price point. It also explains why they're calling it their most powerful card ever, but not the most powerful card, as they know it doesn't beat Nvidia out this time. But it's all improvements, and it's nice to see AMD pushing ahead as best they can, and it's certainly leaps and bounds ahead of the 5700 compared to Nvidia's competitor cards at that time. We also have no idea yet on ray tracing performance, what kind of DLSS style options they're going to be running and how powerful they are. We don't know what they're going to be doing with AI or anything like that. We've got a little bit of an answer, but there's still a lot of question marks. But now at least we know for definite that we're nearly at the 3080, but not quite there going by these benchmarks. And also, these will be cherry-picked benchmarks from AMD, so the real test will be how this performs in reviews, in real-world tests, and in other games. So time will tell, and I don't expect to get much more information out of AMD until the 28. All eyes on them, unless there's some leaks in the meantime. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope this was helpful. Comment and discussion down below. If you liked the video, please like it. If you didn't like it, let me know why. I always appreciate the feedback. Thanks very much for watching. Share and subscribe. Have a great day.